Ladies and gentlemen, you are in luck today because we're going over my GCSE timetable that got me all 9's in my sciences and 8's across the board. So let's load up the document. We need to go over a few ground rules. First of all, it's going to get you 8 hours of sleep. Second of all, it's going to give you a life. And third of all, it's going to make you do well, okay? So there's these three assumptions. I'm assuming you have all these three things. You want to get good sleep, have a life, and do well, okay? Well, you come to the right place. So when writing a timetable, there's five things, you need to know about. First of all, it needs to be realistic. There's zero point of wasting time writing a timetable if it's not going to be realistic. You need to stick to it. And that's the first thing. The timetables I use in my life are realistic, and I have time for flexibility. The key thing I've added for this timetable for you is time for flexibility. Why? Because life happens. Things come up, things get in the way, family come and visit, friends say if you want to go out. This timetable has flexibility and room for movement, okay? Next then is you have to plan the night before. For all timetables, you must plan what you're going to do the day before. Do not plan on the day. When you sit down, you need to be bang studying instead of just, oh, what should I do? Should I do this? Reluctancy and hesitancy causes failure. Next then is you need to distinguish past paper question subjects from non-past paper question subjects, okay? Really important you do that. This timetable has been more favored towards past paper question subjects, so every subject technically you need to be doing past paper questions for, but I've made this tailored towards more past paper question subjects like your sciences and your maths. However, the humanities and like geography and languages, you don't need as many past paper questions, so there is also room for flexibility here, and I will tell you when you need to change it if you want to study for them subjects. Do all the boring stuff in the morning. The key reason for that is you have the most energy in the morning, so you want to do all the hard boring stuff. So all of this timetable has your learning new content in the morning and then the easier things in the afternoon. Don't worry, I'm looking out for you all. And finally, just do what the timetable flipping says. I can't stress this enough. If it's in the timetable, do it. Stick with it, okay? So just a bit of a key. Red means learning new things. Orange means past paper questions. Blue is consolidation, generally in the form of blurting and flashcards, and green is do whatever you want, okay? So look at this beast, right? So we have Monday to Sunday. So this is assuming you are on a study leave timetable on a holiday. Obviously, if you are at school, this completely changes around, and this is where you need to adapt it yourself. But this timetable is based on 5 hours of studying in a day. Nothing that's completely unrealistic. This is the way I would do it. When you are studying for GCSEs, there's two things I recommend. One is breaking things apart throughout the day, and two is having a variety. So it's not great to be studying the same topic and the same subject again and again and again. You should try, and I've made it this way, to break it up into at least 2 different topics or subjects per day, just so there's variety. And I've also broken it up into 3 separate chunks per day, but giving you enough time to socialize, to have lunch, to go on your phone, do whatever you want to do, because you're going to live as well. Remember what we want to have a life and also have 8 hours of sleep and do well, okay? So obviously morning's fine. 9 o'clock you start studying, Monday morning right off the rip. This is red. So red means learning, okay? You need to learn new content. So be ready at 9 o'clock. That's the first thing I need to say. How do you be ready at 9 o'clock? You need to have planned the day before. So already have planned, I am going to do this studying. But when you're actually planning a studying timetable, I can't stress this enough. If you're going to take anything from the video, take this. You need to be clear with what you want to do. So a really bad example would be, I'm going to study English tomorrow. Oh, terrible. What you need to say is, tomorrow at 9, in my room, at my desk, I'm going to study English literature, Shakespeare quotes, for 30 minutes. Be as specific as possible, because you actually are going to do it then if you set yourself some constraints, okay? So be really specific what you're going to do. That's going to be for an hour. It can be whatever you want. You need to identify your weak subjects. I have a video here on how to identify weak subjects. However, if you don't know, basically you need to print off your specification and color coordinate all of it. Your specification is basically everything you've been taught. Color coordinate it all. And then anything that's in red, meaning you're really bad at it, start with that first, because you need to be studying what you're the weakest at, okay? Right, 9 o'clock, you do that for an hour. 10 o'clock, you go on to physics and maths tutor, and you print off past paper questions of what you've just done. Okay, how do you do that? Okay, simple. Go on to physics and maths tutor, search up physics and maths tutor, and then go on to GCSEs, hover over it, and look at all these things here. Let's say you've just been studying some chemistry. Go to chemistry revision, not papers. Papers are the whole papers. You don't want to do that yet. That's for later on in the week. Chemistry revision, then go down to GCSEs. What's your specification? I was Excel. And then look at all of this. So you have 2 papers, then go on to, I don't know, let's say we're studying chemical changes. These are sub-topic past paper questions, okay? Let's see, 2018 to 2021, go on to acids if I was studying that. I need to do this for 1 hour. So look, all these questions, Do this for 1 hour and then mark it. That's what you need to do. So study for 1 hour, then do past paper questions for 1 hour, then mark your past paper questions. Okay, that brings us now to 11 o'clock. Now you literally can just chill. You've done all of the good stuff. What do you need to do next? Chill for an hour, chill for another hour. Simple, yeah? This is allowing for flexibility. Life happens, stuff comes up. If you're distracted in the morning, something comes up, just push this back a few hours then and you can move it. This timetable is supposed to be flexible and fluid. It's not supposed to be dogmatic and rigid, okay? So it's allowed to be moved. You don't have to stick to everything. Just make sure you put the time in. That's what this is designed to do. Next then, so you've done your 1 hour of learning through things like flashcards, blurting. Then you do things like past paper questions. I've shown you how to do past paper questions and what to use. Physics and Maths Tutor has everything for free. Next, 2 hours break. Fine. Consolidate. Just chill out. Your brain's soaking it up. Your brain is a sponge. It is a muscle. It's learning, right? Okay, at 1 o'clock then, you need to be going over other content. So remember how I said split things up. In the morning, choose one thing. I just showed you chemistry. In the afternoon, choose another thing. Let's say English, okay? Go through English through the same methods I've talked about. This is red, so this is going to be learning, okay? We're learning right now. So you do your red stuff. Then remember, orange is past paper questions. Now, I've mentioned English for an example. Remember, I said split topics up into past paper question heavy versus not past paper question heavy. Is English past paper question heavy? Not as much as chemistry, okay? Because it's less trainable. So you need to do other methods. Past paper questions I still recommend, just not all the time. So other methods might be do learning for another hour, do more blurting, do more flashcards, hop on a call with your friend and talk through things, watch YouTube videos, recall things, okay? So it could be another red block here. This can be orange or red, either or, okay? At the end of this, 3 o'clock you can rest, 4 o'clock you can rest, 5 o'clock is the final push of the hour, and this is literally just reviewing things you've done. I can't stress enough. Do not be the student who goes, let's learn this, let's learn this, let's learn this, let's learn this, and you forget everything. It's better to know things in good detail, okay, than barely know absolutely anything. So you spend all this time, look, you spent 4 hours learning it, so try and consolidate, okay? You need to consolidate as soon as possible. That's what learning is. You need to learn again and again and again, and every time you do it, it gets easier. So you consolidate today's learning. How do you consolidate? Go over the flashcards you've made, go over the past paper questions you've done, and literally do them again. Write down everything you can remember, and do blurting, okay? And call a friend as well. That's a really good method. You do all of that. You do everything you got wrong. Fine. What is this? This is blue. What is blue? Consolidation, okay? Notice this map. It's majority orange. Orange and blue. Orange and blue, and some red, obviously. But do you notice how the blue and the red are the same? Because consolidation is as important as learning. And obviously, orange is the most because past paper questions are the most important thing to do. Okay, right. Now we go down here. Look, what's this say? Plan for tomorrow. It's in really small text, but you need to plan for tomorrow. Really briefly, say what you're going to do in the same method. So I'm going to do this at this place for this long. I'm going to cover this, and I want to do this. Just exactly the same. Okay, so on Tuesday then, it's basically the same. You need to review the day before the work. This is blue, so do the exact same thing. But you're thinking, I've already done that last night. I don't care. Do it again. You need to review things. Then, past paper questions of everything you've just reviewed. I know you're going to be thinking, oh my gosh, I've done the same thing. That's the point. You need to get good at it. You need to literally know it like that, okay? For the exams. Right, have a break, and then this is red, so red is going to be learning. Learn over some of the things you'll be doing. Make some more flashcards and study over them. And then orange, do some more past paper questions. Then finally, do some more blurting, okay? This should be in blue, because blue is for blurting, okay? Then finally, what do you do at the end of the day on Tuesday? You plan for tomorrow. Exactly the same plan session we said. Okay, exactly the same thing. Yesterday's content, you need to blurt it, okay? So this should actually be in blue again. So it's all to do with reviewing the content. And it's getting a bit boring now, but then you need to do a past paper question on that, mark it. Review over all of the stuff so far. Do a past paper question on all of the stuff so far, so depending on what you want to do, obviously. We've mentioned chemistry and English. Let's say you did really bad in chemistry and you did great in English. Bin off the English, sorry, a little bit. Focus more on the chemistry. And then, finally, on Wednesday at 5 o'clock, you need to make just flashcards from the 3 days and have those ready for the rest of the week. And then, what do? Plan. Right. We've kind of broken this up into 2 weeks. That's the first half of the week done. Now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it does ramp up a little bit, okay? This is 5 hours a day, by the way. This is realistic. This is how much you should be doing if you want to be getting all 9s. So, we move on to 2 subjects. We've done chemistry and English. Now just move away from them. They're done. We have exhausted them, reviewed them. Oh my gosh, you're probably exhausted. Okay, choose 2 new subjects now. You need some fresh content. So, once again, learn the new content. It's kind of like Monday morning. Blurting, flashcards, teaching others. Then, past paper questions on what you just did. Mark it. Rest. Next, pick another subject you want to start learning. Let's say maths. Start learning on it, the week content. And then, remember, how do you know your week content? Go into specification. If it's red, highlight it, do that. Then, past paper questions. Mark it. Have a rest. Blurt everything from today, your 2 new subjects you have chosen. Next, blurt everything you did bad yesterday. So let's say we did maths and physics. You need to blurt for both of them. Go over the past paper question you did wrong. Okay, maths and physics. Was there area you were weak at yesterday? Yeah, do past paper questions. Was it the same area? Do them again, okay? Then, remember how I said write flashcards on areas you're weak on, okay? So where did I put that? I put that up here. And I also put it down here as well, writing flashcards. So we need to be able to review these flashcards, and reviews Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. This is on Friday. You need to be in a good position for the weekend because we have a big weekend ahead. Next, past paper questions are the flashcards you did the worst on. So let's say you did all these past paper questions in the past week. Flashcard all of them. Get all of them down. Have them all ready to be studying. Then consolidate this week. So Friday night is for consolidation. Do blurting, past paper questions, flashcards, go over your flashcards, call your friends, everything on Friday night so you're ready for the weekend. Have a lovely, nice rest and plan for tomorrow. For your plan for tomorrow, for the weekend, you need to print off 2 whole past paper questions, okay? Whole past papers will take you a lot longer, so this now looks a little bit different. If we go back onto Physics and Maths Tutor, go up here, this is going to be on GCSEs. There's going to be on whatever subject you want to do. So let's say biology. This is papers now, whole papers, okay? Paper 1. Choose your exam board, choose the paper you want. MS means mark scheme, QP means question paper. Go on it, bang, do all of this. Then come off it, back onto your timetable. Do the whole past paper and mark it. Then wait, then you need to have a break, then flashcard the questions you got wrong. You need to learn from past paper questions. If you don't learn from a past paper, you've wasted your time. Okay, so flashcard all the questions you got wrong. Then, on the stuff you got wrong, topic questions on that. So let's go back onto here. Let's say I did bad on this one, so it is mitosis. Then I'll go back, go up here, GCSE, GCSE. This is going to be revision because subtopic. I'm looking for mitosis, so GCSEs, AQA, yep. Then I'll go to mitosis, so that'll be under like, I don't know, probably cell biology, cell division, yeah. Here we go, QP. And then I study all of this because this is actually like focusing on the areas I'm weak at. That's the point of revision, to focus on areas you're weak at, okay? That's how you do that. And then finally, what do you do at 5 o'clock? You review the week's flashcards again and blurt on areas you're weak on again from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today, okay? Then plan for tomorrow and do the exact same thing on Sunday. Okay. Really seems like a lot, but it's not actually too bad. This timetable is designed for your Easter break, and obviously you can take days off. It's not supposed to be so rigid and dogmatic. I take days off, obviously. Like you don't have to be studying 24/7. Like this is for you it's a tool there for you if you want to use it. You don't have to stick with your timetable. You don't have to be studying 24/7. There is a life to live as well. It's really good to get good GCSEs and study a lot, but don't burn out. Don't be too hard on yourself, okay? This is a realistic one that is likely to prevent burnout because it breaks it up into chunks. It's flexible, realistic, and actually covers everything you need to know through revisiting it again and again and again and again. And also, there's no waffle, so you're not going to waste your time. A lot of people say, read notes, watch videos. Don't waste your time doing that. Just test yourself and be hardworking and intense when you study, and then when you're chilling, look at all this green. Chill here, chill here, chill here. All night you can chill. And you can obviously move these bricks around as well if you want to meet up with friends for longer or spend more time with family. Do whatever you need to do. Okay, and that is everything. Flipping heck, that's a big timetable. This is the one I did use though, something along these effects for my GCSEs to get 9's in my sciences and 8's and 7's across the board. If you have found this useful, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you've got a friend who is in need of a studying timetable, who literally can't even get sat down at the desk and studying, send this to them. Best of luck this Easter. If you need any help, please comment below. Whatever you need help with, I will get back to you. And as always, thank you for watching.